Hey, welcome back, guys. Nope Nation. It's that damn morning show. We got AKA the Birdman in the house. So, what's up, guys? We've talked about the Trans Am a lot. So, what else is going on?
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. You watching the Super Bowl, Birdman?
It's Mardi Gras weekend.
Yeah, I haven't figured out where I'm going to go, but I'm going to go somewhere and watch it. Probably drink a beer, too.
Who are you rooting for?
Man,
That's a
I
touchy
got to go
subject.
with Kansas. I'm going with Kansas.
Oh, he's a Taylor Swift fan.
Well, my wife.
No.
I'm not, so I have to be. I don't know if you know those Swiftie fans,
Oh, yeah.
but they're fanatics.
Oh, I know. Just ask Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
I thought you had a tattoo that said Swiffy.
No,
Oh.
I do not.
Oh, well, I don't even know my
No,
own
she
wife.
doesn't.
But speaking of wives, you just got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
I did.
Congrats.
Thanks, y'all.
So,
Appreciate it.
so tell us about it.
When did you get married?
January 20th. We've been dating for about 2.5 years, and that girl, she followed me all over the country, and we raced a lot. So I never had any time off. And she followed me everywhere I went, and I'm like, this girl's dedicated. I better hang on to her.
Yeah, and she does a really good job, working with you at the track and the fans, and
Sure.
it's kind of like Michelle. Almost couldn't do it without her.
A not stalker, but just a good person.
Right. Jackie's great. I love her to death. She's going to be there till the end.
Well, I
No
think you
doubt
get
about
to a
that.
point in your
No,
life.
that's awesome.
I think we all get to a point in our life where we're single, we've been single, and it's like, man, I just want to get somebody that gets me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when you get that person, you better fucking hold on to
Hold on
them.
to it.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, she's
I don't know. I'm still kind of enjoying it being just me. I can kind of do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody to drive me when I bring Chuck rusted cars home.
Hey, there's
Well,
one.
see, she would never gripe at me. She's a racer.
Yeah.
She races local track stuff.
Do you have any kids?
She has a kid. I have 6 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the reason why I called him Daddy Birdman. You guys didn't get that joke in the break. So, yeah, Birdman's got a few kids. He's got a few flock out there. Let's just say that.
Were you bored?
Yeah.
Everybody's bored.
Yeah.
Before I got heavy into racing, I had a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah. So Birdman, who was it that brought that up this week?
Bob Smith.
Oh yeah, Bob Smith from the social media department. We asked him how many kids he had, and he tells us. And then
Yeah, 7.
and Derek, his name's Drift Daddy, and the reason how he got that nickname is he has a few kids, okay? But when he takes the drift car to an event or whatever, he brings the whole family. So I guess it was LS Fest. That's how you got the name Drift Daddy, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much where it started. I've always got, of course, I've got 3 kids, and then usually I have niece and nephews there, and my kids bring friends. So there's kids all around my pits.
Yeah. So when we were talking to this guy, he was like, we were like talking about the kids, and he goes, and Derek was talking to him, and he goes, "Were you bored?"
No, no, I don't think he said. Did you ask if he was bored, or did you?
He had so many kids because he was bored.
Yeah, he said he was bored. That's why he had so many kids.
Yeah. So
He asked Derek if Derek was bored.
yeah, and that's all they do is have sex because they're bored not racing.
Yep.
Also, when we made the announcement about our 3rd kid, a couple of my friends was like, "Dang, don't y'all watch TV? Do y'all even have it?"
Just say no.
But speaking of having kids, Amelia and Chuck 55, Cash is in the world now.
He's adorable.
Oh, so adorable, and she just got out of the hospital. So, Chuck 55 will be on the show. They wanted to be on the show from the hospital. And Amelia was like, I got shit to say. I'm like, the baby's here. And I'm like, let's hold up. And then there was some complications.
Mm-hmm.
And because we were going to do it from the hospital. And it wasn't our choice. That's what they asked us they wanted to do. But then there were some complications. But she's home now, guys. They're resting. And,
Awesome.
you know, that baby is so cute.
He
so
is.
now,
Adorable.
have you seen the baby yet, Birdman?
I haven't. No, not yet.
Oh,
We've been busy. Chuck was going to come to the wedding, and they were due at that time, so they didn't come. And then we went on vacation to Key West. I just got back and been working and haven't really talked to anybody. This is the first I've heard of it.
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was coming, but I didn't know he was here yet.
Yep.
That's
Cash.
good stuff. Chuck's good people. Chuck and Amelia, they're awesome.
They're awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
Girly Girl sponsors Amelia and Chuck, and she was like, let me have the baby, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the photo shoot."
Mm-hmm.
And and it was funny because she was eating Cheetos, and she's like, I don't want to get what she said. I don't want to get Cheetos all over these new clothes. So it was kind of cool. But speaking of downtime in the winter, and you were talking about working, what have you been doing? Just working since MPK? Because you own a business.
Yeah, I own a company in Houston called HOTS. We do the hood vent cleaning in restaurants, kitchen exhaust cleaning. We pressure wash them, clean the kitchen up. I've been doing that for
A long time.
Since 06.
Yeah.
We started in 06, yeah. What is that, 17 years, yeah.
So I take it you got a lot of good employees, so they can handle it when you're gone traveling?
I do. I got good people, got a good secretary. They take care of everything while I'm gone, and I just gotta, it's never gonna run as good without the owner there. It's just not. But they maintain it well. That's the sacrifice. Almost all of us, no prep racers, street outlaw racers. That's the sacrifice we've made racing that busy of a schedule.
Yeah, that schedule was insane.
We hire good people to take care of our businesses while we're gone, but they just don't grow. They don't get any bigger. That takes an owner to do that. So, to answer your question, in the off season,
what's it like to be on the road so much though, and not be home that often?
well, it's fine if you're single,
Yeah. He had to marry somebody that was down to do the same thing he does.
No, I'm just
Right.
saying. I mean, it's got to get exhausting just driving from finishing up the race and loading up and then driving some other place, because I know Phantom had said sometimes it could take 3 or 4 days just to get someplace. Because you don't fly, you drive, right?
Yeah, we drive. I drive everywhere, but I'm not going to anymore. I mean, I'm settling down. I've got a good crew chief, Zach. He can do everything. And a matter of fact, I try to work on the car, and he almost gets upset and just wants me to go away, which is perfectly fine with me. You go ahead, dude.
Yeah, go talk
He
to
does
the
a great
fans
job.
and let us do what we got to
sign
do.
some autographs. Go do something, And the first year he was with me, he was never a big tire racer, but I taught him a lot about big tire racing, and he was already so smart with everything on a race car. But big tire, no prep was never something he had experienced. So he spent the first year with me learning, and then after that I just gave him the laptop and said, here you go, dude, it's all yours. And he's done great.
Yeah, because I
Glad to
mean,
have him.
this past year, see, we get a printout about 30 seconds after. I mean, and that's crazy. We've got a connection where we get the results about 32 seconds after a pass is made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And me and Michelle, we play this game, right? I wait till all the first round's over, and I'm like, okay, it's Swanstrom against, Jerry Bird. Who you got?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like, well, I got to go with Jerry. Yep, Swanstrom broke. Okay, Birdman against, Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like Lizzie, but, like, no. he went out in the first round. You know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't. But this printout that we get, it doesn't tell us if somebody broke. Like Kai kept breaking blower belts. You know, it doesn't tell us why. We get that information the next day. So we're pretty much ahead of what's going on with everybody to a certain extent. You
Now,
know,
when the show comes out, I'm gonna totally forget every single one that
Yeah.
we went through, so it'll be just like brand new to me. Oh yeah, let's see who wins on this one. Let's, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, let's see who figured out the gray areas, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of gray areas, and that's part of racing, you know. So,
Right.
so yeah, I mean, how's merchandise sales going?
You know, the worse you do in a season, the worse sales are going to be. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
Unless you're a hot chick, you know, and people like seeing you on TV, even if you're losing, you're not going to do good. We have to win to sell shirts. We just do.
yeah, and that's part of it. You know,
And whoever's ahead in points in MPK gets parked up front. And the further you are in points, the further back you get.
yeah,
So it's a catch-22.
yeah. So the
Start-
fans got to
you
walk a
start
little
losing.
farther.
By the time they get to us, they're out of money. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
yeah,
So-
and you know, speaking of your clothing line, you've got a lot of cool designs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we got to
We got
get
some
you.
good stuff.
We
out
got to
there.
get you hooked up with Michelle over here at Girly Girl. Man, she is amazing at all the stuff she can put a branded logo on. I mean, we've got Nopi golf balls now. You know,
Nice.
I mean,
We got girly girl ones too, by the way.
yeah. But the cool thing is, Derek's drift car,
And
you can get a whole bedspread. You know, all the pillows and everything with Derek's car on it. I mean,
Mhm.
and
Nice.
the fans love it. I mean, so
yeah, the fans keep us going for sure.
yeah. Well, go ahead, guys.
And this goes with your racing career and your business. But what do you think led to all your success? Was it is hard work, dedication? Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Or was it greediness?
Man, that's a good question. Everybody you're going to ask that question says hard work, but it's not. It's smart work. It's your program. It's having the right people around you. I don't know how many self-help books and success stories you can hear, and everybody who's successful will tell you, you surround yourself with smart people. You do that and you're going to go far. That's what made me successful. I tell you what, I was winning big money for the turbo car with the back half car with the Firebird before I knew how a wastegate worked. I was a nitrous guy. I was brought up nitrous. I've been doing it since I was 18 years old, you know. And I didn't know anything about it, but I knew that was the most affordable way to make big power and run with the big guys. So we made the change and I hired a tuner. Chad Rogers. He was Todd Moyer's old tuner. And Todd's 10 miles from me. When we hired Chad to help us to tune the car for us and get us lined out, it's the best decision we ever made. It's that way with any race program. You get the right people around you and you're not going to lose. Bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to
Wow.
surround yourself with the people, you know, what's that old saying, Shannon? The like-minded people, you know?
Yes.
So what questions you got, Shaylin?
Well, aside from everything that we've talked about, but back to street racing, what is your most memorable story of having to run from the cops street racing?
Oh,
There's got to be several.
well, you know, I never really had any great stories for that. I sat in a parking lot for 11 hours one night because I know a cop saw me going down the road, but he didn't see me going down the road. And he wanted to really bad. He wanted to pull me over, and I knew he did. I sat across from that cop for 11 hours.
That's
Finally, I said,
dedication.
fuck it, I'm going home. I didn't make it a block down the road, and that asshole pulled me over. And he was, you could just tell he was mad that he had to sit there that long.
It was a standoff, man.
Wait
He's
it
like,
out.
I'm getting overtime on this.
Oh my God. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I finally left, and he's on me. Pulled me over. He couldn't even give me a ticket. He just pulled me over. He didn't have anything to pull me over for.
That's funny.
No, but the best story was, I used my little 67 Camaro, my first car. It's 19 years old. I had my son in the back. He's 1 year old. Okay. So I used to be a dumb punk ass kid, and it had chrome side pipes on it. So and points for ignition, if that tells you anything.
That's old.
So I would kill the ignition, pump the gas 5 or 6 times, then turn it back on. You know what happens. Boom, it blows.
Backfires.
Makes a bad bang. Okay. So I did that at an intersection, coming up to an intersection. Damn, there's a cop adjacent to me. So I hurried up and turned right, and he hurried up and turned left, and I hauled ass. Okay, well, my 1 year old is in a car seat in the back. And when we hit the railroad tracks, we went airborne. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm about to screw up. I've got my child in this car. I've got to pull over. So I turned around the corner and pulled off the road, opened my hood, got out, and I didn't know what to do. I just, fucking dumbass kid, and I pulled the dipstick out. And, the cop pulls me over. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm checking my oil. And I know this guy was going to take me to jail. I just knew he was. And he said, your car made a loud bang over there. And I said, yeah, it does that sometimes. And I swear to you, he looked in the car and he just shook his head. He knew. I see why you pulled over. And he got back in his car and he left. He knew exactly what happened because he saw me go airborne over the So I got lucky there.
Oh, man. Well, here's a good question here. What was the first street race you did for cash?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Because I know there's a lot that you forget, but this one has got to be memorable.
No, I really don't. Let's see. What's the first one? It was probably 92 in my Firebird. I don't think I ever raced anybody for money with the Camaro. Friends would race each other and whatnot, but yeah, that was the Firebird back in 92 on Rankin Road in Houston, Texas. I know y'all have heard of Rankin Road.
Oh, Rankin Road. That's a famous place.
Yeah. What did we make? $300 I raced for. Yeah, small block. He was on nitrous. I was on motor. And he lifted about 300 feet because I was dragging his ass so bad. That was the first time. $300 on the street. And, in 92, that's pretty good.
That's a little bit of money. What's the most you've raced for on the street? That you'll openly admit.
I really haven't had a lot of big money street races. I really haven't. Me and JJ raced for $14,000. JJ beat me.
That was a setup, okay? Come on, that was bullshit. You had been racing at the track all weekend.
I know, but it don't matter. I still raced. I still lost, so it's legit. It wasn't fake. So
yeah, it wasn't
like
fake.
I said, JJ's a con man. He just got me and got in my ego.
Well, he got you on the light. I mean, it's so crazy watching the replay.
He guessed and got it perfectly right. Again, that's street racing, man.
Yeah.
You can't be mad about it. I had Chief review it because Chief flagged it.
Yeah.
And I always thought they were in cahoots with the deal, and he knew when to leave. But you know what? I didn't care because I could have given JJ the move on the street and beat him.
Yeah.
My mistake was trying to go straight from MPK setup no prep setup straight to street racing, and that
because the rear end wasn't even set up for the street.
It was not. So
yeah,
I screwed up. I tried street racing while I made a bunch of changes, and I never should have done that. But
well,
I don't know, overconfident what I was, and I got beat.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens, and and that's the thing is, JJ could not make a name for himself in this industry if he couldn't take out the king.
Right. Now, if people say that, people are like, you made the famous. No. JJ was going to be famous. JJ just had the character to be that.
Yeah.
You know? JJ had good TV character, and that's... people don't like it, but I do. I was glad he did. I don't like the guy personally. Matter of fact, I hate the motherfucker, but I'm glad that he came to the scene.
Well, there's
I'm
always
glad
got to
he
be
came
that
to
guy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that I hate him. Does that make any sense? You gotta put all that shit behind you or beside you and just look at the big picture.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter whether I like somebody or not. What matters is that we get to do this for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, exactly. You know, let me ask you this question: is there a race, and it doesn't matter across the board at the track, on the street, you know, is there one that you would like to redo?
Oh, that one. Absolutely. That was the biggest money street race I've ever been in. I would like to redo that race with JJ. For sure. For sure. I screwed that up, and I wish I could go back and not do that again. For sure.
I wish you would have cut his fucking head off. I mean, just like murdered him, you know. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, and that's what racing is. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose.
Yep.
You know, it's just the way it is. So, what all we got going on? We got Mardi Gras this weekend. It's Mardi Gras Friday here on Opie Radio. We got the Super Bowl this weekend. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Fat Tuesday coming up. And then we got Valentine's Day. So, if you got your new wife a gift, that's a big deal the first year. First year of marriage.
No. Hey, I just spent all this money on this wedding. I moved to Key West. I'm out about $35,000. I'm gonna recover for a while, man.
Be like, honey, you're getting a card.
Just wrap a bow around the waist and lay on the bed and be like, here, I got it right here for you.
Yeah,
hey, James might do that. Birdman
Nobody
might do
wants
that.
to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
How funny. Oh, man. So, yeah. So, what's the weather like down in Texas right now? I know you're warmer than us.
No, I'm not in Texas right now. I'm in Missouri right now.
So,
the wife is from Missouri, and we're staying here for now. And
where are you at in Missouri?
Near, you know where Leesburg is? No, you don't. It's on 44.
Yeah, it's down by Springfield.
Yeah, I went and got a car from there one time, Neon. I needed a parts car, and it was cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're just right down 44. We're right in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
About an hour west of St. Louis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, shit.
Yeah. It's cold up here, if you want to know what the weather's like.
Well, fuck yeah, we're in St. Louis. It's cold.
Jesus,
and actually, it's warmer than it's been the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. I don't care. This is 60s. I was here when it was 0, and that's bullshit.
Like, man, we don't have weather like that in Texas. Oh, man.
No, yeah. It's warm. That's why I chose Houston. You know, I moved out of Amarillo. And when I spent all year in Houston, I'm like, I am never, ever going back to Amarillo, Texas. It is cold up there.
Yeah, it sure is. Yep.
So,
did you hear that they're, we just got it on the thing. Did you hear about there was a, Shaylin, where was the tornado?
The tornado was in Wisconsin. First February tornado they've ever had.
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just come across the bulletin.
They don't have a scale rating on it yet, but from the pictures I've seen of it, it's probably around an F2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's baby there.
Yeah, because down where you're from, you've had some tornadoes.
Well, Amarillo.
Yeah.
Amarillo was bad. There were many F4s, F5s there over the years. One of them took out our whole town where I was born and raised. A little town called Lee Forge up by Amarillo. And those things are scary, man. Those are tornadoes like that are...
Oh, I know. I'm from St. Louis. I know all about tornadoes. But what's crazy is me and Michelle went to high school together. And I was like, do you remember this tornado? She's like, no, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Mm-mm.
Well, one day we had a tornado come overhead in St. Louis. And she was watching Baby Yoda, what was it, Mandalorian?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the sky's green. You know, we really need to pay attention. She's like, that's fucking outside. That ain't in here. I'm watching TV.
Well, I've never been in a tornado, and until I have been in one and it's going over the top of our place, then I will be concerned. But until then, no, I don't get concerned with the weather.
But yet, I'm like, we went to high school together. There were several tornadoes. She's like, I don't remember.
I don't.
So I asked her mom and dad.
It is so wild to be in something with high power winds like that and watch it.
Oh, yeah. So I asked her mom and dad.
They had the inland hurricane, the May 8th storm, which is popular around where I'm from. And I had just gotten to work, and that hit. It ripped gas pumps out of the ground, the awnings off gas stations. I mean, with the town that I was in, normally my drive back home was 20 minutes. It took me 2.5 hours just to get out of the town I was in because there was so much damage.
And that's when you know God is pissed and shit got real.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was
Yeah,
gonna
hell, it tore the truck up. It bent my antenna was bent over from the wind being so strong.
Yeah. So you got any more questions for Birdman, Derek? I know you're jumping up and down over there.
Well, speaking of high winds, I've always wondered this. Do y'all ever put those cars in wind tunnels?
You know, Ryan Martin did. And I think he's the only one that did.
I think
He's
you're
had
right. Yeah.
Different manufacturers of bodies that some of the guys have run their stuff in wind tunnels, but well, like the front clips, not the bodies, but the front clips. But other than that, no, I'm pretty sure Ryan's the only one, and I want to say he spent $50,000 on a wind tunnel in less than a week, and he didn't. He said he still didn't get done everything he wanted done.
Yeah, I mean Ryan's smart, and his program is on point. And
It is.
and it's hard to beat somebody that he's got the shit figured out, you know.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah, Ryan does great. He does really good.
now what's an interesting question is, you know, Derek drives the Nopi drift car. Have you ever thought about driving a drift car?
No, never.
Have you ever wanted to ride in one?
No, never.
Yeah. Yeah. If it ain't going straight, I don't give a shit.
Man, it's just I love what I do. I love drag racing. I love door cars. I've driven dragsters. I've driven a dirt car. I've driven go-karts, and this is just my thing. I like doing what I do.
Yeah, Derek got his start off with dirt go-karts.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how he got his start. And then he drag raced for a while, and then he's like, I'm going to do a drift car. And he went to LS Fest, watched it. He said, I'm going to do one. And 1 year later, he come back, didn't even register or knew how to register. He showed up with a drift car, and they're like, what are you doing? You have to register for this, which is a pretty funny story. We've told it on the morning show. So, Leslie, you got any questions for the Birdman?
Leslie had to step out, and she had a phone call that she had to take.
Oh, well, okay. What question you got, Michelle?
I don't think I got any more.
You gonna hook him up with some girly girl chasing gear?
I can, absolutely.
Yeah, James, what size shirt you wear?
Large.
Large?
What size does your wife wear?
Medium.
Medium? Okay.
Medium and large.
Yeah, she's taller than me. Of course, I'm only 5'7". She's almost 5'9". She's 5'8" something.
Yeah, she's a little bit taller, not by much.
That's
So,
like us. We're about the same height.
yeah, we're about the same height. Unless you wear heels, and then I feel weird.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel weird that your significant other's taller than you?
No, except at the wedding, I made her go barefooted, and she was barefooted for the wedding. It's the only time I've been taller than her.
Hey, speaking of weddings, did you hear the story about what Tony McKinney did to his wife when they did the vows?
Oh.
You need to ask him about it.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, we covered it on the morning show about anal, and he said it, and they did the vows, and just as she said I do, he slipped it in, and then it pissed her off, And he goes, then she wouldn't do it. And then I went and got an annulment, and she got served with it. What we thought was funny, it really pissed her off. So you have to ask Tony about that, man. It's funny. So
Jackie got so nervous, she had drank a little bit because got nervous. She drank 3 drinks, so she was a little buzzed. So when he said, "Do you take James to be your lawfully wedded husband?" she said, "I take James to be my waffly."
waffly.
Waffly. And then he got to the part where he said, "Are there any objections?" And I'm not shitting you. They had a donkey.
A donkey.
And this donkey went crazy, and it was loud. He was just hee-hawing, and it just got dead quiet. And he just kept going and kept going.
What kind of wedding did you guys have?
Everybody. Oh, there were llamas. There were emus. I don't know what all. There was all kinds of good stuff going on.
This must be a Texas thing.
Yeah, it was.
Did you guys get married at like a zoo or something?
No, it was a wedding venue near Dallas that they had animals as part of their deal.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Did you guys get your picture taken on a camel or?
No, but with what are they? Alpacas. Alpacas, that's what they are.
Man, I could just see the thank you cards.
Oh, it was actually pretty miserable. The place was cold. It was 25 degrees. It was supposed to be heated, and everybody was miserable. We literally shut the wedding reception down and went to a bar and all got drunk and had a great time.
That sounds like a Birdman party right there. Did the DJ come with you?
No, they had a band there, thank God.
Oh, man. What kind of band you have?
No, we didn't have a band. The bar did.
Oh, the bar did. Well, that's the reason why they went to the bar.
Yeah, we had a DJ. It was a good DJ.
Yeah.
But, it was just cold and miserable, and she wanted to be married in Texas, and I'm like, you don't understand how cold it gets in Dallas. It's not like Houston. And sure enough, it was. But, hey, good memories.
Yeah, and and those memories will go on forever, and you know.
Well, that's like me. I want to get married in December.
Yeah, she wants a Christmas wedding.
Well, there you go.
And
I got friends of mine that got married on Christmas Day.
Yeah, she likes all the lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, I want Christmas trees up and the lights and the poinsettias, and I want all that decorations for our wedding.
Now I'll tell you one thing. I'll text you some pictures. Derek and Kelly's wedding. And believe it or not, was in an F body. The bride hanging out the door, drove her all the way up to her new man.
Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, they're like the perfect couple.
Yeah, but they're the perfect couple.
Yeah,
I mean, they're good for each other. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, we're coming up. It's about time to say goodbye to the Birdman. We're going to have him back on here because there's questions we need to ask him. He's fun. He's getting loosened up right now. Mm-hmm. So in closing, what questions you guys got? 30 seconds.
Aside from the racing, what other hobbies do you have, or do you collect anything?
Fishing. Man, we go fishing a lot. Me and Zach, my crew chief, we hit all kinds of good stuff. We have a good time fishing, but that's pretty much it. Fishing and racing and partying a little bit. That's about all we do. And the work. I enjoy the work. I when you own your own business, growing your business and expanding. Matter of fact, I'm expanding to Dallas. I just started a website up there, and we're going to start doing hood vent cleaning in restaurants in Dallas. So.
Yeah, he's spreading all over Texas, man.
That's awesome.
What question you got, Derek, in closing?
Okay, on the partying side of things, what is your drink of choice?
I ain't telling that because it's a girly drink. I like Malibu and cranberry.
That ain't bad. He's like, I like the girly drinks.
I do. I was a beer drinker, whiskey drinker forever, and I'm like, you know what? That stuff hurts your guts. The hell with that stuff. So I've calmed down a little bit. I've learned how to, how when you're young, you get so trashed that you just If you just don't enjoy yourself, I learned to get just that right amount of buzz and stay that way all night long. That's the way you do it.
That is the way
Yep.
you do it.
Well,
Yep.
also, the older you get, the longer it takes for you to get over a hangover.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, one time I got so drunk, and I haven't drank like that since then, but it took me like a whole week to recoup because I got so drunk, and I'm like, I'm done with this.
Well, you must have had a good time.
I did, but oh my gosh. And I have never drank like that since then.
Yeah, she's like about 2 drinks, and she's like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good, you know. What question you got for the Birdman? Because he's got to go to work.
I don't think I got it.
You ain't got no questions.
No, I've asked questions, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a question, but I'm going to tell a quick little story, and I know Mr. Finley's got to get to work. One of the baddest, craziest, and my most favorite video, I wish I would have downloaded it, of Birdman, and so many people, and it was so ahead of its time, because everybody uses this on TikTok now. It's the Dear Mama, you know, I'm the baddest. And the mom's saying, no, no, no. There's going to be somebody a little bit better than you. But that video of Birdman that some fan put together years ago, where it had that in there, that is my favorite.
Yeah, I like that one.
I mean,
That
that
was a good video. I like that.
if
And,
any,
you know, that's the first time I had ever heard that too. And that I think that was actually made for Michael Jordan back in the day.
yeah, it was made for a basketball player. But hey, any listeners out there, hit us up. If you can find that video, we will send you a free hoodie, t-shirt, something. We'll give you something. We really want that video. And I cannot, literally, it's disappeared offline.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, it's always on the internet. It doesn't go anywhere. So, as far as Birdman Racing, where can they find your apparel? What's the website?
Hey, you guys go to birdmanracing.net. We got all kinds of cool stuff on there. We're going to add some stuff on there. We don't have a lot of ladies apparel right now, but we're going to start adding some of that. But you can get your shirts and your hats and your koozies and all that stuff on there. So, birdmanracing.net.
Yep, you guys got to definitely check that out. You got to get your logo over to us, and we'll give it to Michelle, and she'll run some samples of shit. You're going to be like, I got a new t-shirt person. I got a new apparel. Man, dude, I'm telling you, she is amazing. You're going to be like, this is insane. But yeah, make sure to check out Birdman on social media pages. What's your social media?
It's Birdman Racing.
Everything is Birdman Racing.
It is.
So, but from the morning show, we really appreciate you coming in, man. I mean, well, it's a call-in is what it is. So, but hell, if we knew you were in Missouri, we just would have had you come by the studio.
There you go.
We could have sent you an Uber, and we would have, you know, we would have got your favorite cocktail.
So I was at St. Louis last week. I hit them for about $6,000 at the casino.
Oh, really? Which casino did you hit?
What is that? Planet?
Which one?
Is it Planet? Planet.
Planet.
Yeah, isn't that where it was? Planet?
Was
Let's see.
it in St. Charles? Because you got a Maris.
St. Charles.
Yeah, you got a
Oh,
Maris.
no, it's Hollywood.
Oh, you went to Hollywood Casino. Yeah, that's over here by
Yeah.
us. That's right
that
by
used
our
to be-
office.
Years ago, that used to be Harris.
Yes, it was Harris.
Yeah, I won I didn't win. I runnered up in a Texas Hold'em tournament there back in about 05, 06, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right next to which we still call Riverport, but it's Hollywood Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right over the hill from us, like literally
Aberdeen.
from where we are right now.
Yeah, we're that close, and we never go there to gamble.
Yeah, we're that close. Well, we kind of know better. We'll go in
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
we'll blow it. We'll go out there and have one drink and come right back home. So,
Right.
but hey, man, it was really cool having you on here. Hang loose.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate y'all calling.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It's great talking to you.
Yeah, hey,
Sir, thank you guys.
hey, stay tuned. We're going to be back here in just a few minutes right after these commercial breaks. We got to pay some bills. And we're going to talk some more shit about Mardi Gras. There's some more stuff in the news. And there's some Florida Gator stories that I hear is pretty interesting. Stay tuned. This is Nopi Radio.